Hello, God bless from Up Ministries. It's me, Dick Jr. I am coming to you today to read you 1 Chronicles chapter 14. It's a real short one. Now, I prayed and I asked God to help me to speak with you just before I started this video. And I suggested you pray anytime you place yourself in God's Word. And that you ask Him for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding specifically, just like I do, just like I just did, because He's going to give them to you. And that's His promise that's in here. But the reason why He gives them to us, why He gives that to us, is because He doesn't want us to be in the dark concerning His perfect plan of salvation, which is contained in this book. He wants all of us to understand it. So if you seek Him and you ask Him, He's going to give it to you. So, those things being said, let's go ahead and get started here in chapter 14. Now Hiram, king of Tyre, sent messengers to David with cedar trees, masons, and carpenters to build a house for him. And David realized that the Lord had established him as king over Israel, and that his kingdom was highly exalted for the sake of his people Israel. Then David took more wives at Jerusalem, and David became the father of more sons and more daughters. These are the names of the children born to him in Jerusalem: Shammua, Shobab, Nathan, Solomon, Ibhar, Elishua, Elpelet, Nogah, Nepheg, Japhiah, Elishama, Beeliada, and Eliphalet. When the Philistines heard that, when the Philistines heard that David had been anointed over all Israel, all the Philistines went up in search of David, and David heard of it and went out against them. Now the Philistines had come and made a raid in the valley of Rephaim, and David inquired of God, saying, "Shall I go up against the Philistines, and will you give them into my hand?" Then the Lord said to him, "Go up, for I will give them into your hand." So they came up to Baal Perazim, and David defeated them there. And David said, "God has broken through my enemies by my hand like the breakthrough of waters." Therefore they named that place Baal Perazim. They abandoned their gods there, so David gave the order, and they were burned with fire. The Philistines made yet another raid in the valley. David inquired again of God and said to him, "You shall not go up after them." David inquired of God, and God said to him, "You shall not go up after them. Circle around behind them and come at them in front of the balsam trees. It shall be when you hear the sound of marching in the tops of the balsam trees, then you shall go out to battle, for God will have gone out before you to strike the army of the Philistines." David did just as God had commanded him, and they struck down the army of the Philistines from Gibeon even as far as Gezer. Then the fame of David went out into all the lands, and the Lord brought the fear of him on all the nations. And that is all I have for 1 Chronicles chapter 14. Thanks for listening. God bless.